Shalom, shalom, everyone, and welcome to 50 Days of Empowerment. Today is day 32 as we count the days to Shavuot. And today we're going to be talking about how Yah, through His Spirit, calls believers into ministry and then directs the believer, tells them where to go and where not to go. And it's my prayer that we would all develop a deep sensitivity to the Spirit of Yah as Yah directs us in the ministry. Acts chapter 13 and verse 1. And in the assembly that was at Antioch, there were certain prophets and teachers. Now you can go on and read the names of those prophets and teachers. Look at verse 2. And as they were doing service to the master and fasted. So they were worshiping, they were praying, and they were fasting. Notice it says, the set apart Spirit said. Now this is Yah speaking through His set apart Spirit. And He says, separate unto me Barnabas and Shaul for the work to which I have called them. Separate unto me Barnabas and Shaul to the ministry that I am giving them. Then having fasted and prayed, speaking of the prophets and the teachers, and having laid hands on them, they sent them away. So they, having been sent out by the set apart Spirit, went on their way, went on their journey. And so the set apart Spirit of Yah, this is Yah through His Spirit, calls believers to ministry, separates them to the work that He's called them to, and then sends them out and gives them direction and directives. He leads them, tells them where to go. And I'm going to show you a passage in just a moment where it even says that Yah by His Spirit told them where not to go. Let's go over to Romans chapter 10. We'll pick up with verse 13. It says, for everyone who calls on the name of Yah shall be saved. How then shall they call on Him in whom they have not believed? You can't call on someone if you've not believed in them. We're talking about the Messiah. And how shall they believe in Him of whom they have not heard? You can't believe upon someone that you haven't heard about. And how shall they hear without one proclaiming? You're not going to hear if there's not someone proclaiming. And how shall they proclaim if they are not sent? To be able to go out and proclaim, you have to be sent. And these verses are telling us that Yah sends the believer by His Spirit out to the ministry that He has called them to. It says, as it has been written, how pleasant are the feet of those who bring the good news of peace, who bring the good news of the good. This is a quote of Isaiah 52 and verse 7. And so we talked about how Yah sends the believer out by His Spirit and directs them where to go, but also Yah by His Spirit directs them where not to go. Acts chapter 16 and verse 6. It says, and having passed through Phrygia and the Galatian country, or the region of Galatia, they were forbidden by the set apart Spirit to speak the word in Asia. And so they were forbidden. They were told not to speak the word in Asia. So yes, Yah by His Spirit will lead the believer to speak the word in a certain region, but He will also, by His Spirit, tell the believer not to speak the word in another place. When they came to Mysia, they tried to go into Bithynia, but the Spirit did not allow them. So Yah through His Spirit would not allow them to go into a certain city. And if we're sensitive, we'll know where we have the green light to go into and where we have the red light not to go into. It says, and having passed by Mysia, they came down to Troas. And so this is wonderful, to know that we are called by Elohim, that we're not just going out doing things on our own, but we've truly been called by Yah into the ministry, to know that He will direct our steps. He'll tell us where to go and where not to go. And we must develop a true sensitivity to his voice through his Spirit. We must grow ever increasingly sensitive to the voice of Yah through his Spirit, and always follow the leadership, the directives, the direction of Yah through his Spirit in our life to be successful in ministry. It's so encouraging to know that he's always with us and he's always leading us and guiding us by his Spirit. Abba, we thank you for these encouraging words. We feel so blessed to know that you are the one who separates us unto ministry. You call us to ministry and you send us out, and we're going out under your leadership, following your directions and directives. You tell us where to go and where not to go and what to do. And we pray today that we would grow very sensitive to your voice that we receive by your Spirit. May our ears become very sensitive to your directives. And may we be immediately obedient to the things that you tell us. May we go to those places where you say go. And may we turn away from those places where you say don't go in there. Don't go in there. And so we thank you for your leadership and your guidance. And we thank you for filling us and refilling us, for empowering us beyond our own natural limitations, for giving us a worry-free witness, for putting your words in our mouths and giving us all we need to be fruitful and successful in going out and receiving the harvest that you have called us to go receive. We thank you for all these things in the matchless name of your Son and our Master and Mashiach, Yeshua. Amen and amen.